Yeah, good morning, all of you. So I give the summary. In the last session, we discussed about the types of variables, right? Last session, we discussed about types of variables, right? There are three types of variables which we discussed. First one is instance variable, and the second one is static variable, and third one is, I would say, local variable. These are the three types of variable which we discussed in the last session. Okay, I hope everybody is clear with this topic. Once you are clear with this topic, today we are going to be start with methods, guys. Today the topic name is methods. Okay. First question is, what is method? What is method? Method, the purpose is method. Methods are used to perform some some operations or actions. Some operations are actions. Some operations are action. Okay. Methods are used to perform some operations or actions. In class, we can write number of methods, guys. We can write number of methods. Normally, what is action and what is operation? For example, I will tell you some of the examples. You can get the better clarity on it. Everybody is using a phone pay credit, right? For example, if I want to send the money from this account number, this is the, there are two persons. This is the sender person and this is the receiver person. There are two persons. This person is sender person and this person is receiver person. Okay. So your requirement is you want to send the money from this phone pay or credit app to this number. So normally what is the process? What are the steps you will follow? Like you have to select the amount. For example, in my case, I am selecting the amount 5,000. And then after selecting the amount, there is say option, send option. Okay. Send option, right? When you click on the send option, then internally it will trigger to the send method. Send is the method, and then what it will do? When you click on the send option, and internally the method will be activated. What the method will do, it will do the action. What kind of action it will do? It can debit amount from this sender account, and it will do credit the amount to the receiver account. Okay, and here we will mention number, right? A phone pay number. Phone pay number is the int data type. Int phone pay number, this is the data type. This is the data type that you can take either int or long. So that is depends on the digits, how many digits you want. If it is the big number, then you can go with the long. And name also, if you want to mention the name, you can take the string data type name, sender name, sender name. Okay, so same here also, these two are the properties, and this is the action. This send is the action. Okay, now methods are used to perform some actions. Some actions, everything you can write as a Java program. So as of now, what I am doing, I am teaching, this is also what one action. And I am typing the notes, and you are writing the notes as well. So in your case, you are also doing the action, that is writing the notes. Okay, so everything, whatever we are doing the actions, whatever the operations we are doing, everything you can write as the Java program. Everything, anything you can write as the Java program. Whatever the actions we are doing by the human, that we can convert, that we can write as the Java program. Okay, yeah. Methods are used to perform some operations or actions. Okay, in class we can write number of methods. We can write number of methods. Okay, in class we can write number of methods, including main method, including main method, including main method. Okay, next up, method contain two parts, guys. Method contains two parts. Method contain two parts. One is method declaration. Method declaration. Second one is method body. Method body. There are multiple other names like method declaration, also called as method signature. And if you come to method body, also called as method implementation. These are other parallel names. Method implementation. Method implementation. Okay, fine. Now we can go ahead with one by one. What is method declaration and all we can see. So the first heading is method declaration, guys. Method declaration. Method declaration means, so here method declaration means we are going to declare data type, and we are going to declare data type of the method, data type, which means return type, and method name and parameters. Method declaration meaning we are going to declare return type, method name, and parameters. Parameters. Are you guys clear with my statements? We are going to declare return type, method name, and parameters. What is the syntax for declaring the method declaration? Return type and method name, and this is method name, and you can pass the parameters like parameter 1, parameter 2, like this you can pass the parameters. This is called what? Method declaration. Again the question, what is return type and what is method name? What is return type and what is method name? Now the next heading is what is the return type? Return type means we are going to, this is only method declaration. Okay, what is return type? What is return type? Return type meaning we are going to declare, we are going to declare a return type to the method, or return type to the method. Okay, return type to the method, a return type to the method. Return type to the method, it has to be written by the same value. The return type, you can take any data type. Return type, I can say return type, we can take, we can take any data type, any data type. That might be the primitive, non-primitive also you can take. Any data type, any data type, that is primitive or non-primitive, that is primitive or non-primitive. Non-primitive, for example, non-primitive, non-primitive. For example, I am taking int data type, method name is some addition method name, and see here, this is what, this is primitive data type, right? So return type, you can take any data type. For example, here I am taking class user and m1 method. Can I take like this? Yes, you can. You can take like this also. So here what I am doing, I am taking as class as the return type, class as the return type. Next point here is, if the method has, if the method has a return type, it has to return same value. It has to return same value, guys. It has to return same value. For example, come to here, method name is and what is the return type it has? Int. If the method has the return type, it has to return the same value, which means you have to take the return statement and it should be written the int. It should be written the int. In case of here, return, and it should be written the user. If the method has return type, it has to be written the same value. It has to be written the same value. For example, here I am taking double m2, and this is the scope of, and in this case what kind of value it will be written? Double. So here the method has return type, it has to be written the same value. It has to be written the same value. Next point is, return statement should be, return statement should be last line of the method block. Return statement should be last line of the, last line of the method block, method block. So this is method declaration and this is the scope of the method, right? So if the method has the return type, that might be the any data, that might be the array, that might be the primitive data type, that might be the I would say non-primitive data type, anything. So in that case, last line should be return statement. Last line should be return statement. Okay, last line should be return statement. For example, how I can write program here. If you guys see here, I am taking the int a and int b, and inside the method scope of this method, what I am doing, int sum equal to a plus b. So in this case, you can see here, I can return sum. This is valid program or not? So here what I am doing, I am taking the parameters and I am doing some operation and I am returning the same integer values. So this is how we can write the programs. This is how we can write the program. Method name, data type, we can pass the parameters, we can write the our business logic. Last line should be the return statement. Last line should be the return statement. This is the things we have to be uh, consider whenever you are going to write the return type. Return type. I hope you guys are clear. Everyone is clear with the return type. If the method has the return type, it has to be return same value. Same value. Return statement should be the last line of the method block. If the method don't want to return anything, if the method don't want to return anything, then you can declare with void keyword. We can declare with a void keyword. Void keyword. Void keyword means method don't return anything. Method don't return anything. Don't return anything. Are you guys clear with my statements or not? Methods don't return anything. If you come to here, now you guys tell me public void, I would say some m4 method. In this case, if the method has the return type, then it has to you have to write the return statement. And now the purpose of void keyword, the method don't want to return anything. If the method don't want to return anything, then we need to write the return statement. No need. Only the method has the return data type. That might be the primitive or non-primitive. In that case, you have to write the return statement. That return statement also last line of the method block. Last line of the method block. If you come to here, I declare the method signature with void keyword. If you declare the method signature with void keyword, then the method no need to write return statement because this is void. Void meaning the method will not return anything. Okay. Okay, fine. This is all about return statement, guys. Okay. So whenever you want to write the method, you should be keep in mind rules for the writing method. First one is return type is mandatory. Return type is mandatory. Next, method signature is mandatory. I would say method name is mandatory. Method name is mandatory. And third one is parameters are optional. Parameters are optional. Okay. These are the three parameters you have to consider. I would say return type, method name, parameters are the option. Okay, coming to here where I would go. Yeah. So now the first statement is clear. Return statement is clear, right? Now I am going with second one is method name. Method name. So method name means here we are going to give a valid identifier as a method name. Method name, which is used to method name, which is used to access the access the methods access the methods in the class. Access the method in the class. Are you guys clear with my statement? The method name which is used to access the method name in the class. Method name in class. Okay, so that should be, we can take as the valid identifier. We are going to give a valid identifier as the method name. As the method name, you know already how to follow the syntax and all, like int, like addition of numbers, addition, and this is scope of the this one, and this is what method name. This should be the valid identifier. Valid identifier. This is all about method name. Next we have the concept parameters, guys. Parameters. Parameters are the variables. What does it mean by parameters? Parameters are the variables. Parameters are the variables that parameters are the variables that will have values that we can pass to the method, that we can pass to the method to perform some operation, to perform some operation to perform some operation is called parameters. Parameters in method declaration, parameters are optional. Method declaration, parameters are optional. We can take parameters based on the requirement. We can take parameters based on the requirement. Next, we can take number of parameters. We can take number of parameters. Okay, we can take number of parameters. What is the syntax? Int m1 equal to, and this is the scope of the method, and inside I am going to be pass number of parameters, parameter 1, parameter 2, like that you can pass number of parameters, like that you can pass number of parameters. Are you guys clear with my statements? Okay, so what we discussed, actually we discussed about what is method, and there are when you are going to be write the method, there are three things you have to remember: return type, method name, parameters. Return type is mandatory, method name is mandatory, and next I would say we can write with all the methods, like we have the all data type, right? We can write with all the data types like byte, and we can take method as b, like that we can write methods with all data types. Okay, fine. So once you are familiar with the method declaration and method, uh, next we have method. Part 2 is method body, also called as method implementation. So here we are going to write in method implementation. Method body means we are going to implement our we are going to write a set of statements. We are going to write set of statements set of statements set of statements to perform by the method. If you not provide any provide if you not write any implementation, then that is called null implementation. Null implementation null implementation that is called null implementation that is called null implementation. So now the syntax for this one is return type, method name, and this is the scope of the statement. Inside you can pass the parameters, para1 and I would say para2. If it has the return type, then it has to be written the same value. So here we can write the set of statements, and here it has to return data type. Whatever the data type it is having, it has to return the same value. Okay, so this is all about method, I would say declaration and method body. Okay, once you are familiar with this one, So in the methods we have to familiar method combinations, guys. Method, next heading is method combinations. In Java there are four combinations we have: with the return type and with the parameters, and next we have with the return type and without parameters, and the third one is without return type and with parameters. Next one is without return type and without parameters. Okay, fine. Now these are the four combinations, and I can write a program on it. If you are comfortable with these four combinations, then you can handle any program. That might be the 10 years, that might be the any years of experience laptop also can easily handle. Normally I can write a anywhere you can go, any method belong to these four combinations only. There is no method combination apart from this. Okay, yeah. I can take my Eclipse and then I can write a program and then I can show you all four combinations what we are discussed from method combinations, that I can show you. You can get the better clarity on that. Okay. In the methods also, guys, before method combinations you have to understand method types. Method types in Java, we have two types of methods, guys. So basically we have there are basically we have there are two types of methods. One is user defined and predefined. That is the basic, actually. User and predefined. User defined, and the second one is predefined. Predefined meaning main method already implemented by the Adobe team. Okay, again user defined has two types, guys. Again user defined methods is divided into two types, guys. Two types. What are the two types? First one is instance method. Second one is static method. So we discussed about what is instance and what is static in the last session, right? So if you are guys are comfortable with the last session, then you can easily able to handle the today's session as well. So that is the reason I told you every class is linked with the previous session, right? Every class is linked with the previous class, because so today topic is also there are two types of methods. What are the two types of methods we have? Instance methods and static methods. If you know already what is instance variable, how you can access the instance variable, same way we can also access instance method and static method. Same scenario we can also applicable here. Instance method are called what? What, guys? Object level methods. Instance methods are called object level methods. In case of variables, object level variables. And if you come to here, object level, this is class level methods. Class level methods. Okay, fine. Now I am coming to here, then I can write a program. You can see here what is happening actually. Show view, select explorer. Yeah. So here I am creating, but in your ID you can use the shortcuts. Okay, class, and here I would give the name like is demo test is the class name. This is what, this is user defined method or your custom, I would say predefined method. This is the predefined method. Okay. Now after the predefined method, I am writing int add, and this is also one method I written according to method rules. What are the method rules? First one is the return type. Second one is the method name. Parameters are the optional. So it satisfied my rules or not? Yes. Now this is also what? Method. This is main method and this is the scope of the class. This is the method and this is the main method. Okay. This is the method. Enter. Okay. It has to return the same value. I'm giving some int. Can give normally some integer values you can give. Okay. Okay, fine. This is what predefined method and this is user defined method. Okay, now I am writing two statements, guys. One is I am writing in the main method sysout statement, where I would say sysout statement, and here I am writing message coming from main method. Are you guys clear with my statements? Message coming from main method. Next, here also I am writing one more. Instead of returning this one, I would normally I can take as the void. This is also return type. The method don't want to return anything, then you can mention like as the void. Now I can take this message coming from the add methods. What are the two methods? Main method and add method. This is main method or user defined method? User defined method. So if I run this program now, then which method will execute? Two methods will execute or only one method will execute? Think and tell me, two method will execute or only one method will execute? Two method will execute. Hmm. Yes, that is okay, valid. Uh, Without creating an object, as of now I have not created any object. If I run this program, how many methods will be executed? Main method. Only main. Yeah. Uh. Everybody is clear? You last one. Done. So when I run this program, only one method will be executed because main method, only one method will be executed because main method JVM don't know, JVM knows only method that is main method. JVM knows only method that is main method, guys. JVM don't know user defined methods. You are writing the methods like eating, doing, liking. I would say these kind of methods, those all are come to under the category of user defined methods. User defined method JVM don't know. JVM knows only one method, that is main method. If you write any custom methods, you have to tell to the JVM. How you can tell? If it is the instance method, you can tell by using object. If it is the static method, you can tell by using class name. By default, JVM will not execute custom methods. That is the one point you have to remember. Here the point is JVM will not execute. By default, JVM will not execute custom methods. Custom methods also called as user defined methods. User defined methods. Okay. Now methods are two types, guys. User defined methods are again two types: instance methods, static methods. Instance methods are called object level methods, and if you want to access the instance method, you have to create, and you can access the instance method using objects only. You can access the instance methods using objects only, and in case of this one, you can access we can access static methods using class names. Okay, using class names. Coming to here, where I would mention uh, now if I want to access this one, I would take another method also. This is what? This is static method. Any method if you can declare with static, then that is called same thing. I can copy the method and then I can paste here. And any method you can declare with the static keyword, then that is what? Static method. Okay. Okay, fine. Now I want to execute this method. If you want to execute this method, then you can go to the main method and create object for current class. I would say new demo test, and that I can create deity dot add method. That's it. When I tell to the JVM, then it will consider and then it can execute. Meta is coming, the message is coming from the DT. So same way, and static method is also same. If it is, there are two ways to access. Through class name file, directly you can access by using add to dot method. That okay. This is all about. Here you can mention some other message. See here, the two messages are okay. This is all about I would say types of methods, and once you are familiar with the types of methods, we are going with the method combinations. There are four combinations which we have, and I am going to take four combinations and the same class I am using. Now this is only the class, right? Demo test is the only class. Now my requirement is I want to take is all the combinations. First I am going with return type and with parameters. With return type meaning data type. I am taking the data type, and method name. Method name I am taking as m1 method. Okay, this is the scope of the, and with the parameters, meaning I need to pass the parameters like this combination is you have to take the return type. For example, here I would like to take data type is some other data type I can take like some string. and return type is okay without parameters. Without parameter meaning I am taking M2 method and this is the scope of I no need to mention any parameter with the return type and without parameter. So in the year itself we can declare the values string s1 equal to some I am giving some name such okay and string s2 equal to uh, private limited private limited okay and here I can do the uh, concatenation which means string result equal to s1 plus s2. That's it. It has to return result. That's it, guys. Result. Okay, this is scenario number 2. Next, there is a scenario number 3 that is without return type with parameters. Here I would mention without return type without return type meaning void and m3 method and this is the scope of the m3 and you have to pass the parameters meaning I would like to pass int x and I would like to pass into y and you have to return return type is no need right then you can do some operations like int r1 equal to x plus y and then you have to print the value take this out statement and you can print the value r1 okay that's it this is third combination and next we have there is fourth combination that is what guys without return type with the parameters without return type void and without parameters m4 method I can say m4 method this is the scope of the m4 method without parameters so simply you can take this out statement and then you can print some message hello some messages. So these are the four combinations guys any program can go all methods are belong to these four combinations only. If I run this one, these methods will execute? No, because there is no main method. That is the reason I am creating main method. Main method, and if I execute now also, no, it will not execute because M2, M3, these all are user different method. JVM don't know. JVM knows only one person that is main method. So you have to tell to the JVM, hello JVM, I created there are number of methods which I created. You have to consider and you have to execute. Then only it will consider, then only it can execute. Now I need to create the object. So the class name is demo test, right? Demo test and dt equal to new demo test and object got created and I need to call all the methods which I would say m1 method and so I need to pass the values some 50 I am passing some random values I am passing in your case you can pass whatever the value you are comfortable you can pass okay in my case I am passing random values so this is d1 and I am passing with respect to d2 as well and all methods I am doing the same thing this is simply I am changing the names m2 and simply here also I am changing to m3 and here also I am changing to m4 but if you come to here m1 have the return type here there is no return type right so here no need to mention any return types no need to mention any return types okay now third one have any parameters third one yes with it have the parameters now here I'm changing to some other values some 500 here also I'm changing to some 900 okay fine now m4 also have any return type no but if you want to print the statement these two methods have the SOP statement if you want to print any value you have to mention in the SOP statement these two methods have the SOP statement but these remaining two methods don't have any SOP statement so that is the reason so I can keep this entire statement in SOP statement that's it take sysout statement and you can place inside. That's it. And here also you can do the same thing. Copy this one and this you can mention enter in SOP statement. That's it, guys. I'm saving this one and I can run this program. Then you can execute all the programs and all the values you can able to get. Okay, so see, Saj Private Limited 1400. So this is all about method combination, guys. Any soft laptop also you can go and check. So all methods are belong to these four combinations over. All methods are belong to these four method combinations only. So today what you guys will do, so you have to do the four method combinations and then that you can take a screenshot of it and then you can upload to the search portal. So that's it today, guys. Okay, so